What's going on, guy? All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the chat. Today, we are telling people that meat is not healthy, and we're also asking them to eat plant-based meat. So, we're going to get our flyers out here. We're going to do some flyering. Let's see, are we live? Who do we got? Anybody in here yet? Not yet, okay. We got our flyers. We got our big sign. So, we'll see how this goes. There's not a crazy amount of people here like I thought there would be, but I'm back. We're going for round two. I figure I got all this free time today. So we're back, Hold. We got the flyers. We got the sign. We got a different spot. So what's going on, buddy? How are you? So we're going to do this again. Thanks for joining. Robin, let's educate. That's right. Let's get some critical thinking going on, right? Let's educate these people. We got the ingredient list of actual ground beef from a cow today, everybody. If you watched the last live, I was handing those out, and everybody took them, which is great, because this is the effective ingredient list in beef. It's 10 times longer than the ingredient list in, say, Beyond Meat or Impossible or Gardein or any of those. The meat lobby just has the luxury of withholding that information from people. Thanks for being here, Robin Hoodsta. Hold. I think I got some more friends joining us soon, too. What's going on, guys? How are you? All right. Hi. Let's go. Let's go. It's at the, all right, welcome, everybody. Hi, guys. How are you? How's it going? Anybody want to try critical thinking? All right. All right, well, who do we got here? We got Chat Room Goon. Hi. We're standing here with a big sign that says meat is not healthy. Eat plant-based meat. We're sitting here, hopefully getting a few conversations with people. The two questions are going to be, have you heard, do you know what the process is like for meat? Because meat is very processed too. And then I will explain that to them. And then the other question is, why aren't you vegan yet? We're going to go down that path and see what kind of roadblocks we got and see where their values are, etc. So this formula worked out very well an hour ago. 3 conversations. We exacted that dynamic 3 different times, and we handed out cards. We got people thinking, and I thought it went very well. So thanks for being here. If you like, subscribe, hit notification bell, you know, all that good stuff. Steak, all right. Some Stoics craving a big steak. Stoic, do you know that eating meat is not a macho thing to do? It's in fact a very small thing that you can do as a man, or that you're doing as a man. It's very small. You're taking the life of somebody that does not want to die for your yum-yums, big guy. Yum-yums. Yep. Your taste, pleasure. And I'm sorry, that's just not good enough. And then Six Dogs says, shut up, bro. Thank you for that, Six Dogs. Do you ever think about the animal whose body it is? Exactly. They're not giving up their autonomy, their bodily autonomy. right? When you're not vegan, you are effectively saying, your body, my choice. That's what you're saying if you're not vegan. Your body, my choice. I don't know why there are so many police in this damn town today. They're just all over the place. Clara says, go vegan. Hi, Clara. Boom. All right. Clara, thanks for being here. Galaxy says, I am eating a steak. Thank you, Galaxy, for that just unintelligent contribution. Thank you. So we're out here telling the public to not eat meat because it is not healthy. And there is no reason why you should feed your kids something that has plaque-promoting cholesterol. I don't want to go down this list again. I'll say it once in this video, maybe another time. Saturated fat, tons of it, heterocyclic amines, TMAO catalysts, IGF-1 hormones, growth factors, pain, suffering, death, slavery, etc. It's just not good for the human body, guys. Ryan James in the house. John S. It sure is delicious, sure, but you can eat the plant-based version. And you can eat what is just as, if not more delicious. If you haven't tried them, give them a shot, because many people exact what we call confirmation bias before even trying them. And if they do try them, they'll exact that same confirmation bias and decide that it's not good, because everybody told them that it's not good. But if you give it a solid, objective college try, I think you will be pleasantly surprised. How's it going, guys? How are you? You guys want to try the questions? Critical thinking. All right, have a good day. There we go. Carnivores are smarter. Wow. Okay, I'm going to disagree with that one. Eat more. Oh, I can't say that on camera. They suck, real vegans even say so. No, they don't. I'm a real vegan. I'll have meat analogs from time to time, and they do not suck. Which process do you want? Because it's a tale of two processes. Do you want the process where an animal has to be raped against her will, grown up, killed, cold, bled out, packaged into a pretty little plastic wrap? Or do you want the process that is heating, cooling, and pressure, plants aggregated, vitamins, minerals, lipids, protein, and water, the exact same thing as animal-based meat? Or do you want that? The way that they are made now, they taste the exact same, and nobody has to die. In fact, honestly, they probably taste better, and nobody has to die. So please, choose the option that's better for your health, your family's health. Be responsible. Look into this. That's why I'm out here today, guys. I'm out here to put some accountability into the air. Hi there, how are you? How's it going? So we'll see if we get some more people to chat here. See, we got a lot of non-vegans here. That's awesome. What's going on, guys? How are you? You guys want to try? 2 questions. Get critical thinking, get you thinking a little bit. Have a good day. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Why is it mirrored? I think that guy just yelled, I love meat. Awesome. YouTube is having some issues. I don't know what's going on. That's why I have it like this, where you guys can see meat is not healthy, like from before you engage. And then I also have meat is not healthy for everybody on the street. What's going on, guys? How are you? All right. So hopefully both parties can see this. But meat is not healthy. It is absolutely terrible for the human body. We were not designed to eat it in the first place. We're opportunistic omnivores. We are by far definitely not carnivores. Look at our canines. Take a look at those canines. Do you think those canines could take an animal, rip them open, eat them, harvest them, all solely independently how nature would have designed? Gonna pose that the answer is no to that one. Do you get hungry when you drive down the road and you see roadkill? Gonna pose the answer is no to that one. So by your nature, by design, you are not a carnivore or an omnivore. We may have done things in the past, but that doesn't mean we have to do them now. We did slavery. We did rape. We did, uh, h- um, crazy cultural things like cutting genitalia. Just because we did those things does not mean we have to do them now. So now we can evolve. What's going on, big guy? You want to try? I could get you critical thinking a little bit. Have a great day. Okay. So we do not need to eat it in 2025. It's absolutely terrible for our bodies. Do not feed your children this stuff. Eat plant-based meat. Eat plant-based meat. Meat that is processed through heating, cooling, and pressure, instead of meat that is processed through rape, slavery, and death. I'll take the heating, cooling, and pressure. I don't know about you guys. I think that's a healthier process, but you know. All right, what do we got here? No, meat is not healthy, my friend. Oh my God. All right, we got a lot of non-vegans in here. That's okay too. What's up, big guy? How you doing? You want to try? Critical thinking. All right, a lot of people. Meat lives matter. What are you talking about? Oh man. Yes, we can eat beef raw. That's why we're opportunistic omnivores. We can do it. Guess what? Guess what else we can do? We can eat humans. We can process humans too, my friend. And it's probably the most bioavailable protein that you will find because it's exactly yours, right? So all these people arguing, oh, meat's more bioavailable. It's completely fallacious. And actually, maybe it is because it's more a mammalian, just like us. But human meat would be the most bioavailable. Do you think we're meant to eat humans? I'm going to pose no again. I don't know. I think the vegans have about 10 points on the non-vegans. Vegans 10, non-vegans 0. Sorry, guys. Your health is your wealth. Exactly. Health is wealth. Do not destroy your health. Do not destroy your kids' health. Do not corrode and erode your children's health. Don't put plaque promoting cholesterol in their bodies. Don't put copious amounts of saturated fat in their bodies. Don't put all this crap in their bodies. Don't put the pain, the slavery, and the death that the poor animal had to go through into your child's body. Please don't do that. What's going on, guys? You guys want to step up and try? Little critical thinking today, that's all. Have a good day. Yep. All right, everybody like and subscribe if you like. I will be out here once a week doing this. What's going on, guys? How are you? Notification bell, all that good stuff. All right. We have incisors, lateral incisors, and canines. Do you think those can go into nature and take apart an animal? Can you do that with your bare teeth and your bare hands, my friend? No, another no. So that's 11 points for the vegans, 0 for the carnivores so far. Go to work, says Texas. Go to work, like it's something we should be proud of. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Don't listen to the narratives, guys, that these 1% exude onto us. Critical think for yourself. Oh, man. Believe it or not. Let's see. Oh, man, there's a lot going on in the chat here. Hi there. So, we're here telling everybody today in public that meat is not healthy. It is not good for your body. It is not good to put into your child's body. It is absolutely terrible for the environment, the animals, and your health. So, how you doing, sir? You want to try? 2 questions. 2 questions. Do you know what the process is underlying animal-based meat? They're both processed, plant-based meat and animal-based meat. Do you know what the animal-based process is?
What the process is?
The exact process, yeah.
Why, no. No, I do not.
Okay, so that's why I'm out here. I'm just out here imparting information today. So when we vote for meat with our dollar, we're voting for a female cow to have a farmer stick their hand in their anus, hold down their cervix, ejaculate bull semen into their vagina, just to have them get pregnant against their will. If it's a boy, it's going to go off to the veal industry. If it's a girl, it's going to live the same terrible life that its mother lived, and they'll be raped 3 or 4 more times until they go off to the beef industry as well. So that's what you're saying. Do more of when you pay a farmer to harvest meat for you and exact, this into our system. So as the cow gets older, it will go through a certain chain of events. It'll get punched, it'll be kicked, it'll get spit on. At a certain point, it'll be hung upside down with its throat slit. Packed into a nice, pretty little package with some plastic over it, put into your grocery store, and made so the
And it's
consumer will feel
more
good
than
about
likely
that.
in my hometown of Chicago.
Yeah, and they're all over the place. So that's the process. So would you rather pay for that, or would you rather pay for plants aggregated or combined through heating, cooling, and pressure with the same exact nutrition profile as meat?
Well, funny you should ask that.
Yeah.
I have an excellent and low-cost pea-based protein
Oh,
drink that I'm much in favor of.
oh, that's amazing. Okay, that's
And
amazing.
who peas have protein?
Yes,
Lots
exactly.
of it.
Thank you. This
Who
gentleman knows
knew?
what's up.
Who knew?
Exactly. Thank you. And I'm sorry for coming off kind of strong because we're just out here standing up for the animals today. They don't have a voice. They don't have anybody. They're just helpless, harmless little animals that just
What do you think about bison burgers?
bison burgers. Oh, well, if we're eating bison burgers, we're still taking the life of a being that did not want to die.
Right. It's certainly not a vegan option.
Yeah.
But you know, my family
Yeah.
are meat eaters.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
Well, bison is still going to have plaque-promoting cholesterol, heterocyclic amines when cooked at high
well,
temperatures,
is it a kinder,
TMAO.
gentler process, or is it
Ah,
still just as easy?
we can give them massages and belly rubs. We can tell them they look great and compliment them. We can give them the best life ever, but it makes it even more of a betrayal when we take that life from them at the very end.
Well,
So,
I mean, that's one. That's that's a part of that adventure, but it's
yeah,
also the whole energy-intensive environmental degradation
yeah,
process of making a pound of cow
oh,
protein
exactly.
versus.
Yeah,
I
I tell
mean,
people in the chat it takes 8 times more plants
yeah. You
to
got to grow
create
all the plants. You
the
could just eat the
effective output.
plants.
Yeah, to create the effective output, right?
Yeah,
So
you could just eat the
yes,
plants.
you hear that, guys? You can just eat the plants.
You
Please
don't.
listen to this
You don't
guy.
have to
He's
make a
smart.
cow.
You don't have to. So I would pose to
Yeah.
you
So
though.
I'm way on that path, but I
Yeah,
kind of thought that if people could be eating meat, and likely somebody, will,
yeah,
everybody should eat less meat. Don't
yeah.
have to give it up entirely. Just less.
Well, I would say here's what I would challenge that with, and I love where your heart is. I would challenge if we're going to eat less meat, that doesn't matter for the animal whose life has to be taken for that meat, that less meat, because that animal, that's everything to them. That one time we eat meat during the month, and we're taking that from them. We're saying your body, my choice for that one time during the month. So we have to challenge these narratives and even challenge that what you just said, unfortunately, because we
Well,
can. We don't need anything
it's
nutritionally.
it's a debatable conversation.
I would say from
I'm
the
just
animal,
saying
yeah,
it's
I would say from the animal's outlook, it's not. But I would say for pure, back and forth, maybe it is. But from the animal outlook, it's definitely not debatable.
well,
Like,
once upon a time,
yeah.
I was employed during doing commercial fishing
Oh, wow.
in Alaska,
Yeah.
and we were selling the fish to a Japanese buy boat.
Oh, wow.
So they didn't want anything caught in big nets.
Yeah.
Everything had to be hand caught and look like it died of natural causes. There could be no scale loss.
I see. Yeah.
So my job was to kill the animals
Yeah.
quickly and efficiently with a baseball bat.
I see.
Gas.
Yeah. And
And you know what?
it was probably quick.
Well,
Well, maybe it wasn't.
You wanted it to be,
Yeah.
but after a while doing that, like an hour,
Yeah.
um,
You get
you,
desensitized.
no, you just are
Hi,
realizing you're
guys.
just clubbing to death a bunch of freaking animals.
Yeah, yeah, and
It
it's
sucked.
it's
It
pretty
actually sucked.
archaic.
I
It's
quit.
it's childlike. It's
Yeah, I
pretty
quit.
savage.
I
Yeah,
quit.
yeah. It's the stuff that of savagery and just heartlessness. And that was your heart. That was your heart that told you that.
Well, yeah.
You
Well, I
know
mean, the
that.
fish obviously had no interest in this process.
Yeah. They were not interested at all. You know, there's a book I like to tell people about, and if anybody in the chat's watching, it's a book called What a Fish Knows, written by a guy named Jonathan Balcombe, where they go into the inner lives, the familial dynamics, and the actual pain receptors that fish have. And fish are feeling like living things. You know, they're sentient as well. They have families, and when we put a hook into them and rip their faces off, it's just not nice. And they hit him on the head. And like, I'm sorry you had to do that, because my heart goes out for you. The fact that you had to do that is just terrible. And it's a product of just savage, you know, relentless, merciless capitalism, the framework of which we've abided in for the longest time. So what would stop you from going vegan?
Oh, I've been vegan for years.
Oh, you are vegan right now?
No, I'm not vegan right
Yeah.
now, but I've been vegan for years.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Because you sound like you're already there.
Well, I'm not, you know, 90, if 90%
Yeah.
of what I eat is vegan.
Yeah. Uptick, exponential uptick for most people. That's for darn
Yeah,
sure.
And I make my own food.
Yeah,
You know, I
yeah,
make my
yeah.
own soy yogurt.
Yeah. Well, I would pose an
I
would.
I don't like dairy.
Yeah.
I don't like anything. from
What's the
cow.
biggest thing that you like to eat meat wise? Like, what's your staple that you like to eat meat wise?
I do not turn down fish.
Oh, fish.
Meat
Okay,
wise.
gotcha. Well,
In spite of the fact that I clubbed to death a bunch of
Yeah.
salmon, I do like to eat them.
yeah. But you're against animal abuse in general, right? Like you're.
Well,
Who would say no? Who would say no? Believe it or not, we get some people in the chat that say no. Well, I mean, it's like the best part about just going full vegan, which we can all do right now in 2025, is that we have our like action system, right? And then we have our value system, and we can close that spread when we go vegan, because we're literally being authentic to our values, right? Like paying for these systems is counterintuitive to perpetuating our value systems. When we say, hey, here's some money, go, you know, rape this cow, kill this cow. Oh, I'm going to be back at 12, so I can give you some more money so you can do it again. That's essentially what we're doing. We're kind of the financiers that are propagating all these things to happen.
The whole cow thing.
Yeah.
That was something imported from medieval Europe.
Right? Yeah, herding culture, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
that was like how you would live in the 12th century.
Yeah, exactly. Why are we still doing it right now?
Yeah, we know
You know,
better.
we know better.
We can do better.
Absolutely, 100%. Can I give you a card? Like, would you like a card?
No, I do not want anything.
Well, I'm not giving. I mean, I'm not asking for anything. Obviously, this is just
No.
resource.
I just-
But you don't have to take it if you don't want. But it'll help you.
Here.
It would give you more
Let me
resource.
be polite.
Oh, you're so
I'll be all
nice.
Japanese and read both sides and nod.
On the back is a speech called "The Best Speech You'll Ever Hear" by a guy named Gary Yourofsky, and it
I'm
would.
gonna hand this back to you, sir,
Okay.
because I honestly shall never click on that code and go to that speech.
Oh, okay. Well, all it is just a kind of syncing your actions with your values. Because the best
Right.
part about being vegan is you're not a hypocrite anymore, and the animals don't have to die for you. That's the biggest and the best part about going vegan. You don't have to take the card. I do appreciate the conversation. Yeah.
It is easier to be vegan in a vegan household.
Yeah. Very true.
But
Very
if you're
true.
The
Yeah.
lone one, you know.
Yeah. It's definitely easier in
Especially
a vegan
if
house.
You're a cook like me, because I have to cook stuff.
Yeah.
for hours.
Yeah, no, I know. And there's certain situations where we can just do our best. I totally get that. But I appreciate you talking to me. I appreciate you talking to me. What's your name?
My name's Mike.
Mike, I'm Jimmy. Nice to talk to you. Thanks for stopping by. Please think about going full vegan for the animals. Going back, absolutely. Going forward.
Anybody out there contemplating going fully vegan, do yourself a favor and get a really good knife, because you're going to have to chop up a lot of vegetables. A lot of
And that's the fun
chopping.
part. You get to be an artist. You know, a lot of chopping. He's right. Well, take care, sir. Enjoy this beautiful day. Hi, sir. How are you? All right, guys. These are the kinds of conversations we'll be having today. Thanks for joining us. We're here to tell the public that meat is not healthy. It is absolutely terrible for your body. Eat plant-based meat. Leave the victims alone. Let's go. Let's go. I kind of a little curious why he didn't take the card, so I kind of had to hit him a bit at the end there. But I mean, he knows a lot. I mean, I don't know why he's not fully vegan. That man knows a lot. He knows what's going on. Okay, victim mentality. Great chat. Thanks, Ryan. I thought it was good too. Uh-oh, here we go. Wes says, I'm a rancher, and that is not how heifers resource at all. Oh, you are absolutely wrong and incorrect, my friend. And I don't even know if you're a real rancher, because an animal has to be pregnant to have another animal. So maybe on the 1% of farms where they can actually bring the bull together with the other bull, or with the female, and have a magical dance, and have them get to know each other, and then have relations with each other. That might be a reality in 1%, and that's still rape, and that's still orchestrated rape, because you're forcing that to happen against their will. But in the 99%, there is a hand stuck inside the cow's anus. They hold down the cervix, they ejaculate bull semen into the vagina, and then the cow gets pregnant. That's how cows get pregnant. And I know you know that, big guy. How do you feel about hunting? Bugger Bros says, not a fan. Did anybody see that conversation I had with the hunter earlier? I think it's cowardly. I think it's a small thing to do. I think it's pathetic. And there's nothing in the Bible that says you should be a hunter. I don't know why these people are going around propagating this information. You're taking the life of somebody that does not want to die. That's what you're doing. Hunters care more about animals than you. Yeah, right. Yeah, you care so much about the animals that you just kind of unalive them, destroying them, and proliferating pain, death, and suffering under their family for either your yum yums or you're getting your gun off thrill. Yeah, you really care about animals. No, you don't. No, you don't. Animals were made to feed us. Okay, that's something. Take care, sir. Have a great one. Uh, that's not even worth touching on. All right, who's got a good question? We are nomadic hunter-gatherers. No, we are not. You are in 2025. You have a cell phone in front of you, dude. What are you talking about? I have a Chipotle right there. I can go get readily available beans and rice. What are you talking about? Stop romanticizing this hunting thing and thinking you're all macho when it's just the most pathetic, cowardly, and small thing you can possibly do. By the way, everybody, I want to mention that I was not vegan for 30 years. I thought the exact way that you guys do. I'm really not trying to attack anybody personally. We are all interconnected, and that is one thing that I do understand. And for me to attack you personally would not make sense. We're all interconnected, guys, okay? I'm just trying to impart information. That's all I am. I'm a vessel of imparting information that will help protect, steward, and hopefully preserve the beautiful animals that we have on this planet. And hopefully you guys can listen to your hearts a little bit today and maybe take a look at some of the systems that you're saying I believe in with your dollar, and you can change behaviors. That's all I'm doing. That's it. What's going on, big guy? You want to try? Critical thinking. Have a good day. So we're gonna poke a little bit. We're gonna poke a little bit today. Try to get some conversations. Thanks for being here. Please like and subscribe. You'll see me do this. I mean, who knows? I'm on a roll right now. I'm doing this quite frequently. I was gonna say once a week, but I think, at one point I did like 10 days in a row. So I'll be out here a lot. But at least I'll be doing once a week. And once things temper a little bit, I may go down way in the future to even less frequent, because I want to get some more videos up here. I want to get some videos with some interviews with some plant-based doctors. We're going to have videos on going to sanctuaries. I'll be doing a marathon run in October and raising money for sanctuaries while I do that. Hi there. So there's a lot of prongs to this channel. This is kind of the cornerstone of the channel. Hi guys, how's it going? Don't eat meat. There you go. Okay. Roscoe says, literally a loser. Hi guys, how's it going? Leave the animals alone. Don't eat the meat. Have a good day. Get a job, says Manuel. Man, we're rolling in the chat here, guys. Kyrie Irving, Ariana Grande, half the NFL team. Listen to Ryan. All these celebrities are vegan, guys. Kyrie Irving is an insane athlete, 100% vegan. Come on. Come on. Watch Game Changers on Netflix. Watch it twice. Educate yourself. Let's go. Meat is not healthy. Do not eat it. We're out here telling people not to eat meat. How's it going, guys? That's what we're doing today. We're telling people to eat plant-based meat. Ideally, you want to be on a whole food plant-based diet. That's the healthiest way you can do this, whole food plant-based diet. But if you're just starting out, make the switch. Get into the plant-based meat. It's healthier. No plaque-promoting cholesterol, no copious amounts of saturated fat, no growth hormones, no IGF-1. Do you want to put IGF-1 into your body? I don't. And none of this. This is the ingredient list from beef from a cow. Do you want to put all that into your body or your kid's body? What's up, buddy? Come on, man. Critical thinking. Let's go.
What you need?
You want 2 questions?
You want a lunch?
You got the guts. Come on back. All right. So, okay, just 2 questions. Do you know what plant-based meat? Have you heard a lot of the rhetoric that's going on with plant-based meats? How they're saying it's processed, ultra-processed, hyper-processed,
I'm
etc.
already into the plant-based proteins.
Okay, very nice,
Yeah,
fantastic.
I do Vega and I do all that.
Oh, Vega protein. Okay, cool.
I totally believe in it.
Only
See
thing,
major results.
and pardon my theatrics, I'm just trying to get people over here today. Only thing I'm doing is kind of educating people on how processed meat actually is,
Yeah.
and showing them the effective ingredient list in ground beef from a cow. So if you want one of these, I can give you one of these.
I would love to. I'm totally into.
You're awesome, and like I said, pardon my theatrics just to get
No,
you in
no,
here.
this is great.
It mixes your day up.
And I go, you hungry?
That's why I had to plug you. I didn't know where you're going with that. But yeah, that's the effective ingredient list in meat. We're in a stage right now, an inflection point in 2025, where we can all make this choice to make more compassionate, kind choices and be examples for us, our kids, and our family.
Absolutely.
And voting for systems of violence is definitely not bad. But voting for plant-based meat systems is 10 times an uptick, if not 100.
Yeah.
So. My follow-up question. So you already like vegan meats. You already.
Well, I've been watching all these documentaries, 2 for years.
Oh,
That's
cool.
The one, new one that's on Netflix.
You are what you eat, or.
Yes, it's the one that showed how they're cutting down the rainforest with Brazil.
Oh, okay.
But then they showed North Carolina, like all of the.
Oh, no kidding.
This raised, farm-raised chickens.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Free range.
Yeah.
Free range just means the million chickens, they go into an 18-inch.
Yeah,
18-inch
right.
box.
They can get away with a lot.
Yeah,
They can get
and
away
it's
with a
just
lot because it's all
disgusting.
about the money, and it's disgusting.
I spend more money on food, and I'm not pissed when people go.
Yeah.
I go to Whole Foods. I get
Yeah.
the plant-based anytime I can.
Yeah.
I'm trying to wean ourselves off it.
Yeah, right. And that what you just told me right there is like that's the spirit of a vegan heart. Like you have a vegan heart, right?
I'm not quite there yet.
I know, but your
I do
heart,
enjoy-
but your heart is 100%.
I am
That's what it sounds like.
enjoying more and more that I'm
Yeah.
transitioning.
Yeah, so I would challenge, like right now, at this point in time, like moving forward, like you know that you can get every single nutrient from a plant-based diet, right? There's nothing that meat that has that plant-based ingredients don't. So implications are really stark right now. So if we can get everything from a plant-based diet, the only reason we're doing this is for habit, taste, tradition, culture, and that's really it. So our action systems are in one place and our value systems are in another place, and there's a big spread there. So going vegan is essentially authenticizing your values with your actions. That's it. It's so simple. And it doesn't have to do with me going around policing what people eat. We don't give a crap what people eat, but we do give a crap about standing idly by and watching systems of violence being just perpetuated and supported. So do you get that?
Absolutely.
Like that idea, that dynamic.
And then educating.
Yeah,
others.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So before
Pushing.
I let you go, here's a card.
Yeah.
So what would stop you from going vegan? Like what would be the biggest thing to stop you from going vegan?
Not much. I mean, my cholesterol.
Yeah.
Now that I've kind of weaned off, my cholesterol's dropped considerably.
Yeah,
So,
yes.
it's-
You see how
and then
the marked difference,
strongest
right?
man in the world out of Canada.
Patrick Baboubian,
he's-
yeah.
he's vegan.
So you saw Game Changers?
I saw, yeah.
Right.
I've been educating myself.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Patrick Baboubian, he's vegan. He's strong as hell. He's like an ox. By the way, you're on my YouTube live. Thank you. I hope you don't mind. Most of these guys are non-vegans, almost 95% of them. So don't worry, it's not like. But we're just.
Testimony.
That's right. So I'm going to challenge you with this before letting you go. Before you go vegan, you have to know that animals are going to keep going to slaughter because of you. And I have to say that because I have to because we have to steep with that as human beings, to the degree to where, you know, it'll be in our heads when we're going out and strengthening these systems going forward.
Yep.
I just want to say thank you for stopping
Yeah,
by
I'm
and having the
glad
guts to stop by.
Yeah,
And
I
pardon
had
my
no idea what
theatrics
you
in the
were doing.
beginning. You're like, what's this guy doing? But you stopped by, and that's awesome.
Plant-based protein, 'cause that's what I'm getting.
I'm okay, but thank you so much. Check out the cards. Just think about the victims, you know, and the resources. You'll see my YouTube channel on there. You'll see documentaries. You know, the best part about being vegan is that we really authenticize, you know, our values, and the better part is we leave the animals alone. So
I love it.
take
I'm gonna
care.
subscribe.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, sir. What was your name, by the way?
Joe.
I'm Jimmy, fellow Jay. Well, take care. All right, that was a pretty darn good conversation, guys. Okay, this is what we're gonna be doing out here, guys. I got another 25 minutes, and I'll probably have to take off, but we'll stand out here for 25 more minutes. We'll stand out here for the animals, and keep these conversations going. Because good people, you know, don't think about this stuff all the time. Like that guy, it's not going through his head all the time, you know? But we as vegans, we can come out here and we can do pop-up activism like this and start challenging societal flows. Because that 98% influenced mainstream engine, it's got animal agriculture under it. It only wants you to see non-vegan stuff. It only wants you to hear non-vegan stuff. It only wants your friends to talk about non-vegan stuff. But we're here to put a cog in the wheel and to spur critical thinking. And this critical thinking is on the benefit of all the helpless, vulnerable animals that have to go to die because we're ignorantly shoring up these systems and taking away their families. What's up, big guy? You want to try?
What is it?
2 questions. Just a little critical thinking, that's all. Have you heard of plant-based meats?
No.
Like Beyond Meat, Impossible, Gardein, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the first question I like to ask is, are you familiar of the process that goes on with animal-based meats? Because they're both processed, both of them. It's kind of a tale of 2 processes. Are you familiar with the process?
Sort of.
A little bit, right?
Yeah.
I'll distill it real quick from Genesis to Revelation, real fast. So basically, for a cow to get pregnant, you're on my YouTube live, I hope you don't mind.
I don't care.
Most of them are non-vegans, 95%. We're just here imparting information today. But a cow has to get pregnant, right? So a farmer has to stick their hand deep inside their anus, hold down their cervix, and then put ejaculated bull semen into their vagina. That's part of what we pay for when we pay for animal-based meat. So the cow will be raped 4 to 5 times during their life. At a certain point, the cow will be spent, will have to go off to beef slaughter. When the cow is in these situations, they'll be punched, beat, kicked, spit on, all this stuff. At the end of the day, their throats are slit wide open, and then they're put in this little package where there's nice, pretty plastic over it, so we can feel good about ourselves and move forward. So that's the process. So do you know the process of plant-based meats?
No, I did not.
It's simple: heating, cooling, and pressure. So which process would you rather partake in?
Plant.
Right? It's pretty simple, right? So I would pose moving forward to think about that, and I want to give you this if you'd like to have it. It's a pamphlet. This is the effective ingredient list in ground beef. It's about 10 times longer than that of the ingredient list from Beyond or Impossible. Have you heard the word vegan before?
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
Like not meat.
Not okay, yeah, it has to do with food for sure. But the bigger thing is the philosophical stance underneath it, right? It's about paying for systems of violence and oppression, where we could, in 2025, pay for systems of kindness and compassion. That's what it is. What would stop you from thinking about going vegan? You're young, man. You have so many years ahead of you. You're young. It would be such an advantage health-wise. What would be the biggest reason stopping you?
Too much protein.
Okay, so what have I mentioned, or what if you found out that you could get the same amount of protein and the same quality protein on a vegan diet? Would that change your mind? Would you feel like it would be the more ethical thing to do than therefore going vegan?
Maybe.
right? With everything I just said from the process of meat, I think your heart agrees with that. I can tell, that you don't agree with that. So the largest dietetics groups in the world, the ones that register dietitians and nutritionists, they lament on their website that a healthy vegan diet is good from pregnancy to elderhood.
Yeah.
And this is objective fact now. So the argument of health is off the table. So moving forward, think about the victim. Think about the little helpless being at the other end of the Skype.
Well,
What kind of questions do you have for me?
Nothing much. Thank you for the knowledge.
Yeah, hey, tell you what. Can you
I gotta run. I got a doctor's appointment.
can you take a card? You can see my YouTube channel. You can see resources. There's a speech on there. Just think about the victims, because until you're not vegan, they just have to keep dying for you. And I know it's hard to hear, but it's just the truth. That's it. Have a great day. Thanks for having the guts to stop. Hey, he was a cool kid. He kind of had to go. He said he had somewhere to go to. Oh, maybe we'll get a crowd here. What's going on, guys? What's going on, everybody? Anybody want to try? All right. Let's get a huge crowd of kids around me. It'd be much better for them on a health basis. What's up, big guy? How are you? Want to try? Critical thinking. Have a good day. All right. We're going to do another 20 minutes or so, everybody, and then we're going to take off. I'm glad there's so many of you in here. You have to ask yourselves, why is there so many people in this chat? And I'll tell you why. It's a contentious subject. It's controversial. You're curious about it, and part of you knows that I'm right. Please think about the victims of your purchases, the victims of your choices. Got a lot more people coming out now. It's actually a sunny day. Hi, guys. You guys want to try? Little critical thinking. Hi, guys. All right, who's got a question? I'm reading the thing now. Anybody been waiting for me just to look? I know you are. Someone says, get a life. Okay. Why are you dressed for winter? It's pretty darn cold here. What's going on, guys? Who wants to try? Anybody? Just 2 questions. I'm out here today handing out the ingredient list from ground beef from a cow, showing people that the ingredient list is actually 10 times longer than the ingredient list in plant-based meat. So the question is, are you familiar with the process of animal-based meat?
They just bring the cows to the slaughterhouse, right?
Yeah, that's definitely part of it, right? I mean, the genesis of it is basically the cow has to have a farmer. You're on YouTube Live, I hope you don't mind. The cow has to have a farmer put their hand in the anus of the female cow, hold down their cervix, and then put the ejaculated bull semen into their vessel, right? That's the beginning. That's the beginning of the process. After that, the cow will have a baby, and if the baby is male, that cow will probably go to veal, or it will be grown for our meat. If it's a female, she will live the same terrible life as her mother. She'll be raped 4 or 5 times. She'll be spit on, kicked, slapped, all this stuff, the behind the scenes as far as what we don't see. And then at the end of the day, she'll have her throat slit wide open because she's spent and of no more worth to the farmer. So do you guys think that's something that you believe in as a human being?
Is this happening everywhere? Like, is it
99% factory farms. You have a 1% outlier effect of grass-fed family farms, but the cows still have to look up to the slaughtermen and have their throats cut just for our taste pleasure. So it is kind of a whole basis kind of thing on a 99% level. You're on YouTube Live. I hope you don't mind. Say hi, everybody.
How many people are here?
200 or so, maybe 3, maybe 2. Anyway, I challenge you guys to think about moving forward the victims of your choices, because every time we pay for meat or cheese, milk, and eggs, we are effectively sending a little child away to have their whole life taken away from them. Would you guys take some cards if I gave them to you?
Yeah, sure.
It's my YouTube channel. You can like and subscribe on there if you want. Not saying you have to, but there's also resources that will educate you on what you do with your purchasing power and what you are saying to your friends and your family that you believe in as a human being. And that's all this is. I don't want any money. I don't want nothing.
Yeah,
Zero. This is just imparting information. Do you guys have any questions?
they just like rape the cows and kill them.
So what would you consider what I described to you rape? Like if that was happening to a human being, would you consider that?
Because technically cows can't get consent, so
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
considerably rape.
Well, I would think
mean,
I would say it's
and
definitively
rape,
rape.
and it's 'cause
Yeah.
the cows can't give consent.
Yeah, we're effectively saying your body, my choice. Your body, my choice. And that's what we're saying when we propagate these systems. Because the cow's not saying, hey, there you go, bud. No, they ain't opening it up and wanting that to happen to them. So, and that's 4 or 5 times during their life. That's not even a one-off. That's happening consistently through their life. And that's underneath these systems which we're voting for 3 times a day. That's part of what we are going up to the cash register and saying, yes, keep doing that. Here's some money. Yes, keep doing that. Here's some money. That's exactly what we're doing. That's objectively what we're doing. So I'll challenge you guys to think about that. And being vegan, going vegan is being a hero. You're standing up and you're saying, I'm taking myself out of this equation and I will no longer listen to what the 1% are telling me to do. That's essentially what it is. You're independently thinking for yourself. What would be the biggest thing stopping you guys from going vegan? I can tell you're interested.
I really like hamburgers and stuff.
Yeah, me too. I wasn't vegan for 30 years, by the way, so I'm nowhere to judge anybody. I did the exact same thing. I ate meat 3 times a day. I'd be in the restaurant saying, give me the biggest steak I can get. But then once I was faced with the truth and I realized that there was a victim on the other end of my purchase, I had to take a step back. You can find plant-based analogs. That's why I'm out here. Like Impossible, Beyond, Gardein. The only process that is entailed with them, that you know how I described the process of animal meat?
Yeah.
The process with these is taking plants and combining them through heating, cooling, and pressure, and having a meat product at the end of the day. Because all meat is vitamins, lipids, minerals, waters, and protein. That's it. And they do the same thing with how they build and construct plant-based meat.
Aren't plants living things too?
That's a great question. Okay, so did you know, and you're going to realize that I fielded these questions before. You're absolutely right. They are alive, right? But are you familiar with the term sentience?
Yeah, I know what sentient means, but...
Okay. Yes. So a cow, so sentience is an emerging property of a CNS in a brain. Cows do have those, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do plants have a CNS in a brain?
Well, they don't necessarily have a brain, but I want to put it past the point.
They do have peripheral, robust, very strong defense systems. We are learning more about plants every day the more we go on. There's scientific research going on. They are beautiful. I love plants too. They're beautiful. But when you're not vegan, you're killing 8 times more plants. Do you know why? Energy conversion. That's it. Energy conversion. So there's an 8-to-1 energy conversion ratio, right? So the cow takes in 8 units of plant energy and it gives forth 1 unit of its animal meat. You see how that works? So you're killing 8 times more plants if you're not vegan. So if you really care about plants, you'd be vegan.
I'm not saying it's like the plant lives. So I was just wondering, is it technically plants are alive too, so the argument for the cows could be technically used for the same plants?
Yeah, well, and these are things we can work on later on down the line, but the baseline that we're trying to get everybody at is just take the direct animal exploitation off the table. Because after we get past that, we can start working on peripheral things like plants and crop deaths and stuff like that. But right now, the baseline is taking the animal exploitation off the table. And you can do it. You have the power to do it.
I feel like part of it too is meat is a huge part of the human diet, and I feel like
it has been. We've been doing it for thousands of years, right? We've been raping for thousands of years. We've been committing infanticide for thousands of years. Slavery was a big thing at one point. There's a lot of unethical shit that we did as we were kind of ascending through our evolution, right? A lot of shit that we did. And in 2025, we can evolve out of these archaic practices. And we can evolve into more of a compassionate hive mind.
I feel like when the human body's if you raise 2 kids and have one kid be a vegan his whole life, and have the other kids be a normal meat and plant, an omnivore-based diet.
Yeah.
Wouldn't technically the omnivore-based kid be a lot more healthy than just a vegan kid?
I would challenge that. I will say also, I have a kid. She's vegan. She's healthy as hell. She's an athlete. She does karate. I would challenge that with this. The health factor factor. There's a lot going on, guys, in meat that you might not know about. There's something, you know what cholesterol is?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, plaque, it promotes plaque. I don't know if you know what plaque is. There's something called IGF-1. It's an insulin growth factor. It's a precursor to cancer. You have something called heterocyclic amines. These are compounds that are grown in meat when it's cooked at high temperatures, also correlated to cancer. You have hormones, growth factors. You have cortisol. You have TMAO. I don't know if you know TMAO catalyst. I don't know if you know what TMAO is. It's another compound correlated to cancer. All that's in meat. So you have to let that steep and realize that there's a lot of collateral damage that you're absorbing when you're eating the protein that you do need, the fats that you do need. You're getting all that collateral damage, and it's kind of off-putting that net effect. You know what I mean? So I would definitely pose that a vegan diet's much healthier than a meat-based
Well, let me ask you
diet.
one thing. So, if like all this meat stuff causes cancer and stuff, and you're making these plant-based things, a lot of plants nowadays are sprayed with pesticides,
Yeah.
which are chemicals that are proven to cause cancer.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I feel like if like the meat is causing cancer, then it's also like these plant-based foods that we're eating are also covered in
Yeah,
pesticides.
yeah.
Which will like, I mean, honestly, pesticides are probably worse for you.
Oh,
than
for
what
sure.
you eat, just because it's chemicals that aren't like they are natural.
Yeah.
They're in a natural order.
Yep.
And we're still consuming.
I know.
those even with our thing.
The unfortunate thing is we live in a world that's 98% not vegan right now, and the last thing on the farmer's mind is mitigating that right now. Once we get to a level to where we are tilting buying dynamics and promoting a more compassionate world, we can hit those peripheral things. Now, you also have to keep in mind the animals are also eating the plants, so you're eating 8 times more plants and getting all that exposure via pre-assimilation of the protein.
But do the feed that the cows get, are those covered in pesticides, or is that just?
It's 90% of soy goes for animal feed. 90% of soy. Plus, there's plenty of other grains. There's plenty. It's a myriad of things. And to the effect or to the metric of 80 to 90 billion land animals killed every year for food. So you have to think about what and exactly grasp how much food in plants that is that they are eating. It's a massive amount when you consider that 8-to-1 energy conversion ratio. Massive amount.
Well, I feel like that, like the animals eating the plants, that's almost just like part of the natural order that we've had for millions of years. So I feel like that isn't necessarily the problem. I feel like the problem is that they are raping cows. That is like.
Yeah.
That is not okay, and also like the pesticides thing.
Yeah, we'll get, the pesticides is definitely something we want to tackle. But our baseline, like I was saying, we need to get to ground zero first. Ground zero is taking the animals out of the equation, leave them alone. We need to stand up and speak for them because people like yourselves, people don't know. A lot of people don't even know what they're doing. Like, I didn't know what I was doing for 30 years. I was effing tricked. I was tricked. My parents still don't know, really. Their parents, the whole chronological line was duped by the big industry that's underneath all this, that is laughing and loving the fact that we just keep defending systems of violence like this so they can keep making money off of us.
This might be a dumb question, but
No, it's not.
Is organic beef still from raped animals? Because I know
Yeah.
organic and non-organic is like there's a big difference.
Yeah.
Like GMOs, all that stuff. But
What-
organic, is it like just natural cows being born and they grow up and they bring them to the slaughterhouse, or are these cows being raped and forced to give it, even if it's organic?
Even if it's organic, they're being raped, and this is why I'm saying that. Because when an animal is being treated as an object, a kind of vessel of monetization, they're not going to let the male and the female, they're not going to put them in bring them out to dinner, put on some violin music, feed them some champagne, and have them get to know each other, and then naturally fornicate. They are absolutely going to make sure they are forced to do what they have to get them to do. So it still falls under that definition of rape, if you were considering a human being in that context. And I know you might say, well, humans aren't animals. These are much different things. And I consider humans above animals. I would save a human before I would save an animal.
Oh, yeah,
Unless it was,
dogs.
if it was like my cat and I could get away with it, I'd probably save the cat over a human. You know what I mean? Because we love our animals. But being vegan just means you're listening to the statement, with great power comes great responsibility, and you're extending your compassion to other lesser beings because you can. You know what I mean? Like we absolutely can. We can be happy and healthy on vegan diets. So.
I think you have a great argument, and I definitely will want to look into that because that is like very like
Yeah.
sad. But
Yeah, right. And I really appreciate you guys' receptiveness for staying and listening to me. I really appreciate that. You know, you get a lot of not nice people out here, but people that are receptive like you guys, you know, I don't know. Sorry, these are going everywhere. What you're thinking or how you're taking this in, but moving forward, I'll just leave you with this: before you're vegan, animals will just keep having to go to die for you before you make that choice. It's something hard to listen to, and like I said, I was not vegan for 30 years. I'm not here to judge anybody, but this is a fact. Like, they'll just keep not only dying, but what we talked about, that'll keep happening for you because we're effectively going to that POS system at the store and saying, here's some money, keep doing this to them. Thank you, here's some more money, keep doing this to them. So, what are your guys' names?
my name's Dominic.
Dominic, what about you? You can give me a fake name, I don't care, man. He's like,
Name's John Chris.
all right, well, nice to meet you guys. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm Jimmy, by the way. And you'll see my YouTube channel on there.
I'll check
So
it out.
thanks so much for stopping by.
Have a good one.
You guys are great. Hi, guys. How are you? Oh, man, thanks for listening.
Quick question.
Yeah,
So, vegan base plant,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But how does the community, do you frown once you're full vegan?
Yeah.
Like going into Chipotle, they're serving meat alongside this.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, well,
I've never asked
I
this question
myself
before.
do not care about that at all. I don't want it to be cross-mingled. Sorry, let me adjust this. I don't want anything to be cross-mingled or touching it, but I'll go into a place like Chipotle and buy plant-based stuff all day.
You're
Because
fine
I'm,
with having
oh,
the-
100, well,
Okay.
because I'll go to McDonald's and I'll buy a Beyond Burger if they're serving Beyond
Gotcha.
Burgers, because
Okay.
I want to place my vote for that. I want to see more of that at
It's
that
gonna
establishment.
happen, get the revenue up in that.
Yeah, they're going to inflate the revenue, but when they look at the metrics, they're going to see what's selling, what's not. And
Okay.
supply and demand dynamics will yield more plant-based stuff coming on the menu and less harm and
So
cruelty.
options still are.
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
You don't have to, like,
No,
not
absolutely.
support something.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely check out some of the resources on the card because it
definitely
goes
go home
deeper
and
and deeper.
subscribe.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks so much. The speech with Gary, well, he goes more into what I was saying just there, more about the question you just asked.
Yeah.
So check out that speech
Yeah,
too,
it's
for
been
sure.
about 3 years I've been cycling through and,
Yeah.
and converting, but
Oh, that's
really,
awesome. And you feel so good too. You mentioned your cholesterol. I've been vegan like 11 or
I
12
dropped
years.
over 100 points.
Right?
Like in
Boom.
the first 6 months.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens fast. That's the
Yeah.
cool thing about it, is that if you watch these documentaries, I think you said you've seen a few of them, the change is swift because the body is so happy that it's like it's shocked, you know, and it just changes so quick when not being inundated 3 times a day.
Yep.
Because we're doing it 3 times a day. It's like stacking and stacking and stacking, and there's no break, you know?
You brought up the hunter and gatherers back in the beginning of time.
Yeah.
I mean, they lived without
Yeah,
meat.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly. At a certain point, you know, the survival was a thing, but you know, we got past that, and now we're in 2025 now. You went into Chipotle, you got a readily available vegan option, and you're getting all your protein, nutrients, and no cholesterol.
yeah,
How do you
half
beat
the
that?
stuff I make at home, my kids never even know it's. like
Yeah,
hamburgers.
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Don't
yeah.
ask, don't tell. It's just-
Exactly, absolutely. Well, take care,
All right,
sir.
Jimmy, thank you.
Thank you so much for your support. Have a great day. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready to take off here. I got about 2 minutes. Thanks, my vegan friends, for fielding the chat while I've been talking. I think it's been a success on both fronts. Both hours were pretty darn successful. So thanks for being with me here, vegans and non-vegans. We're getting ready to wrap up. Please don't eat meat. Leave the animals alone. Meat's not healthy for you. This is a public service announcement. Don't eat plaque-promoting cholesterol, heterocyclic amines, copious amounts of saturated fat. Don't eat all that crap, okay? Don't put suffering, death, rape into your body or your child's body. Be an example of compassion and kindness to everybody around you. Save the animals. Leave them alone. I'm getting out of here. Love you all. Love the non-vegans. Yeah, I love you guys too. We're all interconnected. I'm not here to judge you or attack you. I was in your same space for 30 years. I love my vegan friends. You know, you guys are amazing. Thanks for showing me up with support. Thanks for the mods. Thanks, Ryan. Clara, you guys are amazing. We'll see you guys in the next chat. might be tomorrow. But thanks for being here and thanks for listening. Go vegan.